the gosling, looked up to the goose and the gander, said, I don't have a feather to fly. I'm the unfortunate three of a kind. When the flood finally came, it was Noah's nameless wife. Looked out from the window as the city sank, and the rooftop children cried. And when her feet hit the ground, she could still hear the sound. And when her feet hit the ground, she could still hear the sound ringing in her ear. And it went, whoa.
What's your approach to producing a song on an album? Because it seems like on the album there's like a theme even within the production that you chose.
Yeah, I'd like to get to the point. I mean, there's something really attractive about, do you mean like sort of like people playing live and just recording that versus like how I layer stuff, or
like what you add on top of just you and your guitar?
Yeah. I think we've thought about that, and we've thought about it's these full productions, but it doesn't sound like a rock band, even though it's full. And that I can't do that live yet, just because I have limited resources as an independent musician. Like, I can't hire an orchestra, so because of the sound I wanted, like, I didn't want it to be an acoustic singer-songwriter folk album. Because that's just not interesting to me. Some people, I mean, there's a lot of that out there already, and I didn't want it to be a rock album either. And so the thing that was interesting for me to make was this like very sort of like heavily layered, sort of orchestrated or not orchestral but orchestrated sort of folk music. And so I mean, we just started stacking stuff. Started with the guitars and the vocals and the drums, and the funnest parts were the percussion parts. And I kind of went a little bit crazy. Like, I mean, I lost some of my sanity, is what I mean, because there was a couple weeks where we were in the studio in like a 5-day span for over 100 hours, which is 20-hour days in a row, and we would get through a song and then just kind of like, it doesn't quite have it. It needs something, like it needs some sort of percussion to fill it out. And so then we were working in this warehouse in Ballard, this neighborhood in Seattle, and there's just, bricks outside and rocks and gravel and weird industrial sort of pipes and cans and chains and all sorts of stuff. So we would just all spread out, me and the producer and the drummer who were working at that point, and like bring back a handful of junk and like, will any of this sound cool? Like, I don't know, let's try it. Like throwing like light bulbs from 10 feet up down onto the cement floor, and like, I don't even think we kept that, but we took some really cool video of it. And so we would do that for hours and hours and hours, like, what will this sound make? And then after that weekend, I went to Safeway to get some food and whatever, groceries for the next week, and I passed by the dry bins, and it's like, assorted nuts and like yogurt covered pretzels, and all of a sudden it was like this huge, like, all these sounds, like there's like over 400 sounds I could use just in this dry bin section, and I wonder what granola would sound like in a leather bag, and I wonder what almonds would sound like in a aluminum pipe, and like all of a sudden the world was, is like I gotta get out of there, I'm losing my mind. So it was really fun though. Yeah, that's kind of how we did it. There was a lot of experimentation that went on, and we just, yeah, it was fun. It was crazy.